We got some vaccine. I think it's somewhere around about 64,000 doses. And everybody know what my opinion was when the decision was taken by the Prime Minister not to take the vaccine, nor to have parliamentarians take the vaccine. Everybody knows what my position on that was. I thought that was just not one of the greatest moves that I've seen from my Prime Minister. I was extremely disappointed. And let me tell you why I was disappointed. I wasn't disappointed because the Prime Minister decided that parliamentarians should not take the vaccine, including himself. That's not my disappointment. Because if that was the protocol, then that is the protocol. What really disturbed me was the original draft for the logistics as to how it was supposed to be distributed was established not by politicians, but by the technocrats. The technocrats within the Ministry of Health and other stakeholders would have sat together and designed a logistic plan out as to how the vaccine should be distributed. The original draft. And on that original draft had parliamentarians as part of the first responders. There's nobody in this country. There is nobody in this country who are more first responders than politicians. Some of them might not have PhD. Some of them might not be medical doctors, but they are first responders. The very vaccine that we are clamoring to put in the arms of people was negotiated, voted on, brought to this country by politicians. Even at the time when we are here clamoring and arguing about who is supposed to what and who is frontline and who is backline, the Minister of Health, who is a politician, is out there shampoozing back and forth and don't have a vaccine in his arm, and he's not considered a frontline. I was disappointed, and I made that clear because I don't believe in hiding how I feel about a particular issue. I think that was a very I'm trying to find the correct word. It just wasn't a good move, whether it is political or otherwise. It just never made sense. And here's why it didn't make sense. The original draft had it that parliamentarians should be a part of it. When we had the press conference, Deanne Jackson-Miller, wearing her political hat, because it's nothing else, it was pure politics. I'm going to say it all the time that Jamaican people have no love for politicians. Because I remember that there was a time in this country, just the other day, when the vaccine was not the most popular thing out there. And the same Jamaican people say, make the politician them take it first. So if I dare anybody, if it dead, make them dead first. That's the popular view out there in Jamaica. That when the vaccine come, make them take it first, politicians. Even nurses. The Nurses Association, I remember, they were interviewed on a popular talk show. And that was the sentiment. Make the politician them take it first. And that was the consensus, and that was agreed. But because of political expediency and because of plain nasty politics, at the press conference, when the Prime Minister was pressed by Deanne Jackson-Miller, who insert politics into her argument and her questioning, challenged the Prime Minister as to why politicians are on the list of priority. I'm disappointed because my Prime Minister, who shouldn't even be listening to this rude girl, who has always used her journalist pass to play a political game, my Prime Minister will listen to she and I will reverse a decision that the technocrats and himself would have put together. I was disappointed. There's no more first responder in this country more than politicians. Politicians answer to every call, every gunshot, every fire. Politician there. Every need in our community, whether sick, lame or lazy, politician there. So there's no more first responder in this country more than politician. And furthermore, we got 50,000 doses of AstraZeneca from India, a gift to this government, thanks to the skills and the negotiation by the said politicians who Jamaican people say no forget it. And Jamaican people never say that. Who Dean Jackson Miller say no forget it. She say them no forget it. And them negotiate for 50,000 doses. And we had another 14,000 plus waiting in the wings. And you want to tell me, say, out of 50,000, we couldn't take out 63 doses out there and give the very people who negotiated, both opposition and government. We don't say give the right alone. No! Give the opposition. The opposition would have been a part of these negotiations and deliberation about where the vaccine come from, how much we get, and all that good stuff. The opposition was a part of those discussions and should not be exempt from giving the vaccine. Take out 63 out there and give it to them